Since this appears to be a growing problem, I figured to mention it here. Earlier, I guess either today or the other day, somebody had the unmitigated gall to post, I guess, to Shatner, or at least in the, in his earshot, on Twitter, that I think she really wished that Nimoy was still alive, and instead of Shatner. Now, mind you, Bill Shatner in his current occupation, and when he's not doing acting, is being a shitposter. Okay, he's a master at it now. So yeah, he screenshot it and posted it up. They have since deleted the tweet. I think deleted the entire account on Twitter, but it's out there. And apparently, this bozos calling it "We Are Starfleet." Yeah, that shows right there. That's a product of Discovery, because we never heard that stuff before that. We are Starfleet. Well, what's that supposed to mean? Okay. And the fact that they would actually have that, it's not just the obvious kind of, wish you were dead. The fact that you would use the memory of one of his best friends and throw that in his face, that is so despicable. And it's branching, and it's spread now. It's not just, because like Macarena 42, she, I was also in a chat today. Rob Burnett's still in the chat and talking about stuff, and she chimed in, and it was immediately jumped on by a bunch of guys. I'm sorry, I missed it. I would have jumped to defend there, but and to correct, Rob's his mods are doing their job by trying to by time outing these guys and holding them off, but still, I don't think Rob even noticed it because he's busy doing other things. He gets massive crowds in his chats. I mean, I bailed because okay. She went on. I was like, okay, let's go on here for a while. And I was having problems with his chat anyway because it kept buffering on me. Something about lately in YouTube is not like the Starbucks server for something. I'm going to McDonald's, which is fine. But this whole... we can't even call them SJWs anymore because there's nothing about any kind of social justice pretenses anymore. They're just bullies. They're just foul-tempered bullies now. They're just coming in and just... It's like, how dare you? Who the hell do you think you people are? That you would actually bring up Leonard Nimoy to Bill Shatner and say, I wish he was still alive instead of you. It's like, well, that is just beyond the pale, okay? But it's a growing thing, like, apparently in the so-called fandom now. I'd say so-called because these guys are not fans. These people were never fans, so they would stoop that low. And I know a whole bunch of tweets from people who've never even heard of him. It's like, and you call yourself Star Trek fans and never heard of, Captain Kirk? One idiot said, I bet you took a picture on, anywhere around the world. Nobody know. People have come up to him in, like, Crimea, okay? Far Eastern Europe, where you'd be a pretty safe bet these people had never seen an episode of Star Trek. They knew who he was. They know the show somehow. So, no, you would lose that bet ultimately, okay? This weenie little... God. And they think, that's the stupid part of the whole thing, is they think they can get us to shut up and go away by bullying us. Newsflash, those old guards, we grew up being bullied throughout our lives. There was no bullying strives to defend us. We were on our own. You either learn to get beat up, you learn to defend yourself, or learn how to run, hide, whatever. But there was no big movement to end bullying for us. We had to put up with it. And guess what? We're better off for it, because guess what? When you get out of school, the bullies are still there. Only then they're called your bosses or your co-workers. A lot of them go into middle management. Because they ain't quite got the smarts to be upper management, but they're a little, they're just aggressive enough to get out of the lower stuff. So they're right in the middle there, making life hell for everyone below them. Yeah, that's it's actually a better teacher for life to actually have to deal with these idiots instead of some mealy mouth do-gooder want to go in. Yes, you mean no bullying? Yeah, right. You guarantee it. All you do is drive it underground. Okay. or it's gone online. Now it's cyberbullying. Okay. So now instead of, you know, picking a fight in the hallway at school, they go after you online. You know? But really, in Star Trek fandom, of all places, seriously, this has got to stop, people. This is getting ridiculous. Because these persons do not belong anywhere in any kind of fandom. They're not fans of anything. They certainly have no self-respect for, no respect for anybody else. They're going to pull this crap. And apparently this twit's going to be at Vegas to do what? I can't believe you're actually going to be at the convention because you like Star Trek, because you definitely did not learn a damn thing. Unless, of course, we're talking about, is he's a little Drekkie, Well, for your sake, little Drekkie, I really hope Alex Kurtzman, some kind of societal force at work that just will not let us have the things we enjoy. We're not allowed to enjoy anything anymore. Everything's got to be some kind of cause, some kind of thing or other, but actual just kicking back and having fun, no, not allowed anymore. And I think it started off as, trying to inject politics and everything and just make it work. But now it's just not, there's not even pretense of social justice anymore. It's just trying to piss on everything. You've got a bunch of people now, they just want to see the world burn. Their big kick is trashing other people's things. That's what they want to do. So, the fight has escalated, kids. But we've been through worse, I think. And we'll get through this somehow. Because we've actually got something kind of worth fighting for, Because, this simple little space opera with the zap guns and the spaceships and the hobgoblin with pointy ears, and it's like, there actually is some pretty important, human truths being delivered through this thing. When it's actually being done by people who know what they're doing. And we haven't seen that since 2005, so. Now, it'd be nice if I could start a quick starter and raise the $2,000 to get my ass out to Vegas, so I can join this little party time. But it's already mid-June. I figure it's kind of a little close, but if you want to surprise me, start shoveling money. I mean, designate it as Vegas fund. I can set it aside somewhere. But yeah, we've got if you're going to the Vegas convention, keep an eye out for Mecha Random, and Rob and Tom are planning on being out there. Gary's going to be out there. He's already certain he is going to be out there. They're trying to get Rob and Tom out there. And it's the big thing this year for that con is the 25th, is the anniversary of DS9. And I assume they're at least going to be either hyping the documentary, if not actually screening it themselves. Apparently it's actually shown in theaters, so I'm going to have to track that down, I think. But yeah, let's stick it back in these haters' faces, and no, we're not going to be intimidated. We're not going away. You are, because you don't belong here. Clearly, come back when you've actually learned how to behave like a civilized human being. So I think I'm just going to cut to the chase here, and let's just go straight to McDonald's, because like I said before, for some reason, YouTube decided it does not like the Starbucks server. Everything else works fine. But Starbucks is not operating well on that server. I don't know why. So, there's a fly. This fly is going to go bye-bye here. So, oops. Oh, see. You guys must have stopped too, you know. Okay. So, good. On personal updates, Steph is healing along. She, technically, the wound in her foot has healed over. It's now got skin, but it still needs some time to toughen up before she can really do any major walking on it. So now she'll at least be able to start, getting back into, getting up. And with the Medicaid being approved, now she can, actually stick around the place for a while, not being shoved out the door. But things are proceeding slowly. We just get her out of the neck, because she's been in a neck collar since the accident. But her neck probably healed up in a few weeks. It was only a hairline fracture. But if we can get that off her, she can really do some rehab. And then also, hopefully, the negotiations will begin in earnest and we can wrap this thing up. And then we can say, it takes years. You know why it takes years? Because you're gathering up all this crap and getting everything in line. That's why it takes years. In our case, it's taken, 6 months. There's no, there's no hard fast. It has to take, a year or two. It's like once we get that last bit and get the collar, I think we're gonna tell the lawyers, can we fast track this a bit? Remind them that we are living in a car. And we're kind of tired of living in a car. If fast tracking means we only get to live in an RV, okay, fine. So we live in an RV. It'd be an improvement. And we can finally, now that cat could finally have a semi-regular place to lay out instead of having to deal with this nonsense. I can finally clean this. That toxic waste up in the back there where he's been spilling food and having to do much with it. That's going to be rather intensely cleaned. But yeah, that's where we stand here. PayPal, Patreon, yada 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 down below. The petition to get Vox booted off of YouTube is still going. We can get that one to go viral. We can send a message to the bigger bullies of the world that they need to get back in their corner and behave. Because freedom of speech works both ways, and it is not designed to protect the stuff we like. It's to protect the stuff we don't. Because stuff we like doesn't need protection. And a little special shout out to